Inter-Airport Europe is marking a major milestone, 25 years of accelerating airport innovation and partnerships. Join us from 7 to 9 October in Munich as we bring together the world's leading airport suppliers and service providers, alongside top aviation leaders and regional decision-makers, to showcase the most transformative technologies shaping the future of the industry. This key event for the global airport sector will feature a dedicated conference and awards program. Over 3 days, it will help airports streamline their infrastructure, systems, and processes whilst meeting rising costs and compliance. Don't miss this milestone edition of Inter-Airport Europe, where the future of airport innovation begins.
Welcome to CAAS News.
Okay, so have you ever really stopped to think about the intricate dance of logistics that brings everything you buy? I mean, everything. From that incredibly fresh salmon fillet you might have for dinner tonight, to a multi-million-dollar supercar across continents and somehow right to your doorstep.
It's quite something, isn't it? An invisible ballet almost. Precision and speed all happening behind the scenes.
Exactly. A ballet we often don't even realize is performing. So today we're taking a deep dive into the world of global air cargo. It's a surprisingly dynamic, frankly, absolutely crucial industry that underpins so much of our modern world.
It really does touch almost everything.
Our mission today, really, for you is to unpack the most important nuggets from the very latest industry news. We're going to try and help you understand the powerful forces shaping global trade, what's truly driving innovation in this, well, fast-paced sector, and what fascinating challenges lie ahead.
Yeah, hopefully you'll have some genuine aha moments. It's an industry that is, I think, far more captivating than people might initially imagine.
Totally agree. All right, let's peel back the layers. We've got a stack of recent updates covering, well, everything. Surging demand, surprising new routes.
Groundbreaking tech innovation.
And even some unexpected hurdles. It's clear that air cargo isn't just about moving boxes from A to B. It's a living, breathing, vibrant ecosystem.
And what truly stands out here, I find, is how each of these individual stories, whether it's about a new freight route or maybe a tech breakthrough connects, they paint a much larger picture.
Right.
A picture of an industry in constant motion. It's adapting really rapidly to global economic shifts and these incredible technological advancements.
Yeah.
We'll see exactly how specific decisions, like, say, changes in tariffs, can create these powerful ripple effects throughout entire supply chains.
And that ultimately influences everything from delivery times to, well, the price you actually pay for goods.
Precisely.
Now, here's something I found particularly striking in our research. Despite all the global uncertainties we're tracking, things like geopolitical tensions, inflationary pressures, economic wobbles.
Our sources actually paint a picture of remarkable resilience and even surprising growth in several key areas of air cargo.
Yeah.
How? How does that work?
That's a really critical point, because while the immediate activity, especially when it's driven by something like tariffs, often seems clear.
Yeah, you see a spike.
Exactly. But a deeper look reveals a much more nuanced environment. For instance, Asia-Pacific Airlines reported an impressive 8.6% year-on-year increase in international air cargo demand just for July 2025.
8.6%, wow.
And just to put that into context for you, that's measured in freight tons kilometers, or FTK. That essentially quantifies the volume of cargo multiplied by the distance it travels.
So it's a proper measure of activity.
It is, yeah. A true barometer. This surge, largely fueled by exporters speeding up shipments, trying to get ahead of new U.S. tariffs.
Ah, okay. A tactical response.
Classic tactical response. And this also helped improve the average freight load factor, how full the planes are, to a pretty healthy 62%. Right. Really shows the industry's surprising agility, I think. So, okay, this 8.6%, it's not just a number. It reveals how these geopolitical shifts can trigger immediate tactical responses from exporters, temporarily driving up demand. But is that sustainable growth, or is it more of a short-term rush?
That's precisely the question we need to ask, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, tariffs clearly drove some immediate activity, creating that sort of preemptive shipping rush. The longer-term picture is far more nuanced. We're seeing major forwarders like Demerco already anticipating shifts in trans-Pacific volumes as shippers adapt to the ongoing U.S. tariffs on Chinese goods.
Right, finding workarounds or new routes, maybe.
Potentially. And just to complicate matters further, a recent U.S. Court of Appeals ruling has actually created weeks of global trade uncertainty. It's left everyone, from carriers to consumers, kind of wondering what the lasting impact will be.
And how trade lanes might even reconfigure.
Exactly. It's a very fluid situation.
And it's not just regional boosts, is it? Looking at the bigger picture, the world's leading cargo carriers collectively saw their 2024 volumes jump an impressive 9.4% year-on-year.
That's a significant overall lift.
Yeah. FedEx, maybe not surprisingly, retained the top spot, Qatar Airways and UPS rounding out the top three. But a truly significant trend emerging here is the rise of carriers like Ethiopian Airlines and LATAM.
Right, expanding their reach.
Their notable increases are largely thanks to expanded networks, challenging some of that traditional market dominance. And surprisingly, Atlas Air reported the biggest volume increase, percentage-wise, even though they held steady at 5th place overall.
Interesting. So growth across the board, but maybe shifting market shares too.
Seems like it. And get this, contrary to typical seasonality, where summer usually sees a bit of a slowdown.
The summer lull.
Several forwarders reported that June and July of 2025 were actually their strongest months for air cargo volumes, apparently driven by end-of-quarter activity and just persistent demand. It seems like the usual rules don't always apply anymore.
Indeed, that summer surprise really does underscore the unpredictability. But it's vital to note that this strong demand hasn't necessarily translated into stable rates everywhere. We've seen some real volatility.
Which impacts everyone in the supply chain, right?
Absolutely. For example, spot container rates from Shanghai to the U.S. West Coast jumped a significant 17% in just 1 week. That's a hefty increase that quickly translates to higher costs for goods.
Ouch.
Yet at the same time, air freight rates from Hong Kong remained pretty subdued in August. This kind of dual reality reflected, yes, a seasonally slow summer, but also lower rates compared to last year, partly due to a general softening of demand and reduced jet fuel costs.
So a mixed bag on pricing.
Very mixed. You see Scan Global Logistics, for instance, reporting nearly 17% revenue growth in the first half, which sounds great. But more importantly, they're echoing a widespread industry concern. They're warning of a volatile, margin-pressured second half.
Meaning belts need tightening.
Exactly. It requires aggressive cost savings. So what does this all mean for you, the listener? It means a dynamic and often unpredictable environment for global supply chains. The costs of getting goods to market can fluctuate rapidly, impacting the prices you see on shelves.
Beyond the sort of economic ebb and flow, what truly excites me about this industry is how aggressively it's pushing boundaries. The innovations in technology and infrastructure, wow. We're talking about game changers for how cargo gets moved, not just incrementally better, but like fundamentally different.
That's right. And if we look at the big picture here, these aren't just isolated improvements. They represent a concerted effort to create a more resilient, more responsive, and ultimately a more intelligent global logistics network.
Which is vital these days.
Absolutely vital in a world of increasingly complex and, let's face it, often disrupted supply chains.
Exactly. Okay, take aircraft conversion, for instance. Israel Aerospace Industries, IAI, they secured the world's first supplemental type certificate, the STC.
Which is basically the official approval for a major modification.
Right. For converting Boeing 777-300ER passenger aircraft into full freighters, this is a massive deal. You're literally creating new, huge capacity from existing planes. They boast an incredible 100-ton payload.
100 tons is serious capacity.
Huge. AerCap is the launch customer, and Khalida Air will be the first operator. It's like giving an old workhorse a brand new, even more powerful purpose, a second life.
You've hit on a crucial point there about the potential. Now, the idea of converting passenger jets into freighters, it's not entirely new, of course.
No, we've seen Preters and things.
Right. But securing the world's first STC for this specific model, the 777-300ER, that is significant. This model offers incredible range and capacity. However,
there's always a however.
Well, the conversion process itself is complex. It's time-consuming. So while AerCap's involvement and Khalida Air's early adoption are excellent signals, the market impact will be more of a gradual but significant shift, not an overnight flood of new freighters.
Okay, so strategic long-term play, not an instant fix.
Exactly. It's building future capacity.
Got it. So this capacity injection in the air is huge, but what's equally transformative is how technology is reshaping the very intelligence of logistics. And AI, in particular, is really starting to revolutionize how logistics companies operate.
We're seeing it across the board.
Yeah. ECU Worldwide, they're part of All Cargo Logistics. They're deploying this cloud-enabled, AI-powered iTopaz platform. They're partnering with tech giants like IBM, TCS, AWS.
The big players.
Their goal, to enhance operational scalability, resilience, user experience,
Yeah.
basically replacing all their old legacy ERP systems.
Those complex back-office systems.
Yeah, the enterprise resource planning systems that run everything. And they're doing this across a staggering 180 countries by 2027. That is a massive digital overhaul.
It really is, modernizing the core.
And then you have companies like CargoEye introducing Cargo Copilot Agent. It's a multilingual AI assistant designed to streamline bookings, handle automated email responses.
Taking the load off humans.
Totally. AWB-based tracking, that's the airway bill, like the cargo ticket, and even rate and capacity searches. Their ambitious aim to handle at least half of the industry's email interactions.
Half. That's ambitious.
Think about the time savings, but also the potential for increased accuracy and speed in a system that, let's be honest, often relies heavily on manual communication.
No question. These AI solutions and these comprehensive digital platforms, they aren't just about cutting costs, though that's part of it. They're about creating a more responsive, more transparent.
And ultimately more intelligent global logistics network.
Exactly. This shift is vital, especially when supply chains are increasingly complex and, prone to disruptions. AI can potentially predict issues, optimize routes, ensure cargo moves more smoothly.
Even when facing unexpected challenges.
That's the goal.
And, okay, to truly capitalize on these digital brains and the increased air capacity, the physical infrastructure on the ground has to keep pace, right?
Absolutely. The planes need somewhere efficient to load and unload.
Which is why we're seeing such significant investments in these new age facilities popping up globally. DHL Express, for example, opening a 100 million state-of-the-art logistics gateway at Helsinki-Vantaa Airport.
100 million euros is a big statement.
It effectively doubles their operational footprint there. This new hub will boast direct apron access, automation for processing 6,500 parcels per hour.
Wow.
90 loading bays with EV charging, and it's all powered by renewable energy solutions. Deliveries start in October. It feels like a blueprint for efficiency and sustainability.
It sounds like it. Integrated thinking.
Similarly, Korean Air and Swissport have formed a 5-year partnership to modernize JFK's Cargo Building 9 in New York.
JFK needs upgrades for sure.
They're increasing its capacity significantly from 200,000 to almost 300,000 tons, with upgrades including automation and electric ground support equipment, the GSE.
Good to see the electric GSE push.
Definitely. And in Vietnam, which is a really fast-growing market, AP Mahler Capital and Vina Capital are making a major investment in the Hanoi ALS cargo terminal. Big focus on automation and expansion there, too.
Positioning for future growth in Southeast Asia.
Exactly. Establishing ALS as a leader in Vietnam's burgeoning air freight sector.
The investment in these advanced facilities, coupled with that AI integration we talked about, it really signifies a strategic shift. These aren't just bigger warehouses.
No.
They are sophisticated, interconnected hubs designed to handle increasing volumes with greater speed, accuracy, and crucially, a significantly reduced environmental footprint. It's about future-proofing the industry against disruptions.
And meeting escalating demand.
With intelligent, sustainable solutions, which, let's face it, is good for both business and the planet.
It really is. And it's not just about raw capacity and speed, is it? It's also about the incredible precision and sometimes astonishing care involved in moving highly specialized goods.
The really tricky stuff.
Yeah. And connected to that, a growing, undeniable commitment to our planet. When we talk about white glove service in air cargo, we're talking about things like Virgin Atlantic Cargo successfully delivering a 4 million pound Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute hypercar.
4 million pounds.
Yeah.
About 5.3 million US dollars.
Yeah, that kind of value. From London to Los Angeles, I can only imagine the meticulous planning, probably custom-built ramps, the sheer focus involved.
You don't want to scratch that.
Absolutely not. It's a true testament to the specialist handling capabilities within the industry.
For sure.
Or consider the incredible logistics of transporting live animals. That adds a whole new layer of complexity.
Animal welfare is paramount.
Totally. Intrudco Global, for instance, organized the air transport for 1,200 breeding pigs from Denmark to Manila. This wasn't just loading them onto a plane. It involved specialist wooden crates, even a customized pig lift, apparently.
A pig lift, okay.
All with that paramount focus on animal welfare throughout the journey. Now, that sounds like a unique logistical puzzle. Definitely not your average carry-on baggage.
No. But these specialized transports, they really do demonstrate the incredible logistical sophistication required today. It stretches far beyond simply moving standard boxes.
Yeah. Highlights the precision engineering, the tailored solutions.
And the ethical considerations that are becoming increasingly central to modern air cargo.
And another fascinating example, I thought, was fresh seafood. Glasgow Prestwick Airport invested £1 million in a new cool chain system.
Temperature control is critical there.
Right. And this system extends the shelf life of highly perishable Scottish salmon by a crucial 18 hours. This seemingly small extension has had a massive impact.
How so?
It's helped fuel a 60% surge in the value of exports to China, making China the third largest market for Scottish salmon, all facilitated by 8 weekly flights to Asia.
Wow, so that airport investment directly connects to dinner plates across the globe.
Exactly, a direct line.
And, if we connect this to the bigger picture, that drive towards sustainable aviation fuel, or SF, and other green initiatives, it shows a growing awareness.
It feels more serious now.
It does. An awareness that efficiency must also align with environmental responsibility. Not just for good PR, though that helps,
Right.
but for the long-term viability of the industry itself. These efforts are about ensuring air cargo can continue to grow without incurring unacceptable environmental costs.
Exactly. And on that sustainability front, we're seeing real, tangible action, which is fantastic to see. There's a partnership between Belimo, Swiss World Cargo, and Lamprecht Transport. They're aiming to cut greenhouse gas emissions by proactively using sustainable aviation fuel for international shipments. They're projecting an annual saving of 650 tons of co-euro.
Co-U equipment, yeah, that's a solid commitment.
It is. And as we mentioned earlier, DHL Express's Helsinki Gateway is powered by renewables. JFK's Cargo Building 9 upgrades include those electric GSEs.
Little steps adding up.
And Cathay Cargo is also leading by example. They just recertified for IATA's CEIV lithium batteries accreditation. That's a big deal for safety.
Hugely important. Handling dangerous goods like lithium batteries safely.
They've got additional fire-resistant options now, AI screening, underscoring their unwavering commitment to handling dangerous goods safely. That's a significant concern for the entire industry, right?
Absolutely. One incident can have massive repercussions. And look, this massive dynamic industry, it relies heavily on skilled individuals. There's a human touch that no amount of automation can fully replace.
True. The people running the systems.
Exactly. Gebruder Weiss, for instance, is actively recruiting 100 new logistics apprentices across Europe. They're trying to fill anticipated skill shortages, investing in the next generation.
Smart move.
And Air Partner's SVP Cargo, Liska Hill, she's emphasized the crucial need for greater diversity in air freight recruitment, trying to counter an aging workforce.
That's a challenge in many industries.
It is. Initiatives like increased digitalization, making jobs maybe more appealing, and groups like the UK Ladies Air Cargo Association are helping attract more women to the sector, which is vital for bringing fresh perspectives and talent.
Good to hear.
We're also seeing significant leadership shifts. Appointments like Sabir Ibrahim becoming head of cargo ops at WestJet, strategic hires at Maersk aiming to further integrate sea and air logistics.
The multimodal push.
Reflecting that desire for more seamless end-to-end solutions.
Okay, so it's fantastic to see the investment in people, facilities, technology, but for all these advancements, there are still fundamental challenges, aren't there? Things that highlight the fragility of even the most sophisticated systems, which raises an important question. What's keeping these industry leaders up at night?
That's a critical point to consider, especially now. Our sources indicate a looming shortage of critical spare parts is actually threatening freighter reliability.
Oh, really? Like what kind of parts?
Everything from engine components to specialized avionics. And this is threatening operational flexibility right as the crucial peak season nears.
Not ideal timing.
Not at all.
Yeah.
This scarcity is causing extended aircraft on ground times. Planes stuck on the tarmac, not flying. And consequently, increased costs for operators, particularly those with older fleets.
Right, maintenance becomes a bigger issue.
Imagine the ripple effect when a key freighter is grounded unexpectedly. It can create bottlenecks, delay shipments, disrupt schedules right across the global supply chain.
Yeah, cascades downwards.
It's a testament, really, to how, even with all this innovation, basic supply chain integrity for the components needed to run the system remains a huge pain point.
So, wrapping this up, what does this all mean for you, the listener, navigating our incredibly interconnected world? We've seen an industry that's truly dynamic, hasn't it?
Absolutely.
Growing even amidst significant economic headwinds, innovating at breakneck speed with AI and new aircraft designs.
Meticulously handling everything from supercars to live animals.
all while simultaneously striving, genuinely it seems, to become more sustainable. It's an industry that directly impacts the availability, the speed, and ultimately the cost of the products you rely on every single day.
And I think this deep dive really reveals that air cargo is not just about moving boxes from point A to point B. It's a critical barometer of global trade. It's a crucible of innovation. And it's an ongoing testament to human ingenuity in overcoming increasingly complex logistical challenges. It truly underpins so much of our modern global economy, enabling those connections and commerce across vast distances.
So as we look ahead, maybe towards potential peak seasons, continued economic shifts, here's something to consider. How will this ongoing dance, this interplay between global tariffs, the accelerating pace of technological breakthroughs, and the urgent, undeniable need for sustainable practices, how will that redefine what's truly possible in the skies above us, and ultimately what actually ends up on your doorstep?